Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following our other channels, you know that we moved into our dream villa at the end of November, and we're finally settled in enough to create this video for you. If you watch the end, I have a special invitation for you, so please tune in to the end. On a manifesting kick right now. I am literally quantum leaping on different timelines every single day. I finally cracked the manifesting code, and it's been so much fun to be playing around with this for the last 6 months. I know the blueprint to creating anything you desire, and this video is all about how I manifested my dream villa in Merida, Mexico in less than 30 minutes. So let me take you back to January 2021. My family and I had just moved back to the US, to Austin, Texas, after being abroad for 4 years. And it was during that move back, during the 7 months we spent in the States, that I realized US life was not for me. Unfortunately though, one of my teams decided that it was for her, and she decided to stay behind while the rest of us, the rest of the fam, moved back to Mexico in July 2021. Leaving one of my teams behind was something I really had to talk through, deal with a lot of emotions around that, and I'm still adjusting to this new family dynamic we pretty much have because one of my teams did not come with us. But I wanted to honor her choice in wanting to stay in the US, try out life in the US, so that's exactly what I did. Before we moved back to Mexico in July, I set a goal to manifest my dream home, manifest a villa. Now, before moving back to Mexico in July, I set a goal to manifest the perfect home, the perfect villa for the girls and I. However, even with that goal, when I initially moved back to Mexico, I ended up renting a room, a studio apartment within a villa. So I was in a villa, but it wasn't my own. It was a room within a villa, and that was the starting point and exactly what I needed in that moment. So there were a few things that I really, really loved about living in that first villa, renting that casita within that villa, and that was the fact that it was in Centro. I never saw myself living in Centro because a lot of people say it's not very kid-friendly, but I absolutely loved being in Centro. I loved the style of the home. I loved this idea of old, architecture, this beautiful architecture that's been renovated and modernized, but it still holds the true traditional architecture of the Yucatan, of the Central area. So I loved that. It was also community living. So we had a shared pool space, a shared courtyard, and we could hang out with all the other people living in the villa whenever we wanted. So Novella always had someone to play with, I had people to bug, and that was part of the main appeal of living in this particular villa. But what I didn't love was sharing a one-room space with my daughters, never having that time to really drop into my creativity, get into flow, because I'm always being interrupted by people, never having an ounce of peace, having to go somewhere else. I had to rent a hotel and actually do my work because I'm a hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner, and it's really hard to do that work when there's people all around you. So yeah, those were some of the negatives, plus living by someone else's rules, right? I'm a rule breaker by nature. I don't like to conform. It wasn't my own place, so I had rules to follow. Not that that was a bad thing, but I'm just such a rebel at heart. This one-room casita in the villa was perfect for our initial move back to Mexico as we got adjusted back to living in Merida and all that good stuff until it wasn't perfect anymore, right? And the universe is really funny in the sense of making things super freaking uncomfortable until you wake up and listen and get out of whatever it is you're in. And that's what was happening. Things were going wrong with the house. My energy was being affected. My relationship was being affected. My work was being affected until it got so uncomfortable to where I had no choice but to say, enough is enough. I'm ready for my own space. By this point, I knew the type of home I wanted to call in. I knew the type of home I desired. I wanted to keep the community living, which seemed impossible. I wanted a home with a pool. I wanted to live in Centro in a great location, in a old, beautiful home that's been completely remodeled and renovated and modernized and all that good stuff. And I really didn't want to pay more than what I was paying for the one-room casita. So all these things seem absolutely impossible to have, right? But that's not how I operate. I know that my job is to actually put my desire out there, set it in my timeline, set the goal, put my desire out there, take inspired action, stay open to all the ways my desire can come into my physical reality, and have ultimate trust. So that's what I did. I told Julio, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for a home. He leaves. 30 minutes later, he calls me and says, babe, I found you a home. Check your phone. Look at the pictures. So I go, I look at the pictures, and I call him back and I say, babe, I don't want to pay $5,000 a month for a home. Like, why are you even sending me this gorgeous, beautiful home? Yada, yada, yada. And he's like, no, it's this much. I'm not going to get into specifics of this video of how much I pay in rent, but I pay less now than I paid in Austin, Texas for my like old cottage that was falling apart in the not so great area of town. Let's put it that way. So anyways, I'm still in my head like, there is no way that 30 minutes after putting my desire out there, this man calls me with exactly what I'm looking for. It sounds too good to be true. And yeah, that's what I was thinking. So we went and we viewed the homes, and we took our roommates that were in the other villa we're in to come look at it with us. We walk in, the house is stunning, the energy feels good, and we realized that I was thinking it was a 5-bedroom home with 4 baths, right? But actually, it's a main house with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths and a gorgeous kitchen, a living room area, and a beautiful dining room area. It's a shared pool and courtyard, and then an upstairs area separate, right? That's a studio apartment. A downstairs area that's actually right behind me now, that's a studio apartment. So 2 studio apartments and a main house, which makes it perfect. You can hear my amazing housekeeper is cleaning right now, so that's the noise in the background. It was perfect for community living and everybody actually having their own space, including me being able to shut my door. They even have their own entrance walkway, right? They don't have to come to the main house. Nobody comes to the main house but us. And all within the price I was wanting to pay, with the contract I was wanting to get into, because I have a lot of issues around commitment. It was amazing, almost too good to be true, but it wasn't too good to be true. It was all real. It was exactly what I had asked for. I basically put an order out there in the universe, and it was delivered as if I had ordered something on Amazon Prime, y'all. And not just that, I was able to convince my roomies from the other villa to come join me and have their own apartments here, so I didn't lose that community living. And that's where we've been. I've really went into like hermit mode. I'm loving my space. The vibe is so good. It feels so amazing here. I cook every day, which is something I wasn't doing before. I was ordering out every day, but I love my kitchen. I love cooking in it. We just celebrated Julio's 25th birthday, his surprise. I threw him a surprise birthday party and got a mariachi band for him, and we were able to have all his friends over and his family, and it was so beautiful. And it's something we could have never done had I still been living in that other space. So yeah, I mean, y'all, I am so freaking excited about this home. I absolutely love my slow mornings where Julio makes me coffee and I'm just able to read in bed. Novella loves having her own room. She has slept with me from the day she was born, always shared a bed with me, and now she sleeps in her own bed in her own room. And Alea loves having her own space. She has the room that opens up to the pool area. You guys hear this? Seriously? Okay, so how exactly did I manifest this dream home, this dream villa in less than 30 minutes? Let me explain real quick how I did that while you keep hearing all this lovely background noise, because why the fuck not? I moved to my bedroom since there was a crazy beeping happening outside. So how exactly did I manifest this home in less than 30 minutes? Let me explain that real quick. So first things first is I was super clear on what my desire was, which is something people miss all the time, is the clarity. What exactly do you desire, and put that desire, that intention, that goal out to the universe. That's what you're supposed to do. The second thing I did is I released the how. I don't care about the how. It is not my business how something manifests into my life. My business, my role is to put the desire out there and to stay open to all the infinite ways that the universe will deliver your desire. The third thing I did was take inspired action. That inspired action was basically being clear on what I desired and then telling Julio, hey, I'm ready for a home. That's the action I took in all this. And then fourth is embodying that version of myself that already has what I desire, that's already living in this home, right? This is a key step in manifestation that people miss all the time. You have to become a vibrational match to what it is you are wanting to manifest, right? So how would the woman that's living in this beautiful villa behave? How would she think? What would my habits be like? What would my routines be like? All that good stuff. Or just tap into the feeling of already having what it is you desire. So that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly how I manifested this amazing home. If you are ready to call in the wealth you truly desire, to up your manifesting game, then join me for free during my 5-day online money manifestation bootcamp. The details are in the description, and I'd love to invite you to come join me on this super fun journey starting January 3rd. And until next time, everyone. Bye, everyone.